So, this is some bonus content, okay? I want to talk to you about traveler's insurance, which is not specifically related to health insurance, which is really the focus of this course. Traveler's insurance is unique in that it covers you for emergency-related expenses while you travel. There are many different companies that offer this, and they all have slightly different caveats within their insurance plan. It's important to read this because some of them, if you have an emergency related to a pre-existing condition, they may not cover it. Typically, it's pretty inexpensive, and I would say that it's generally worth it to get traveler insurance because if something happens back home while you're abroad, they'll cover your flight back home for that immediate family member emergency. Again, read the fine print, but consider it. Another thing that I think is really important to consider, especially as you're just starting out, is long-term disability insurance. No one wants to talk about the possibility that something could happen to them, and God forbid that this happens to you. However, I have talked to a financial planner, I have talked to people in HR, I have talked to so many different people about long-term disability insurance because personally, I didn't want to pay for the premium each month. That being said, it typically has a very small premium each month, and if you think about the worst case scenario where you are unfortunately disabled long-term and you lose your ability to make income, this is an excellent type of insurance to have in your back pocket because essentially what will happen is they will cover your salary up to a percentage of it for a long-term period. So I think it's very important for you to consider getting this type of insurance. Obviously, it's ultimately your decision. However, when you're in doubt, I often try to think of the people who would have to support me and how I can relieve the financial burden. It's usually worth a few dollars a month that it costs to get this insurance, and it alleviates the burden that might be placed on them if something potentially happened.